So I just seen a video by, I think his name was Top Tier Men. It was a great video, bro. It was about body game, especially for introverts. And I wanted to give my experience because, best believe it or not, guys, in high school I was an introvert, literally the lamest. If you ask anybody from my class of 2014 who the lamest kid in high school were, they're all gonna say me. I was just the lamest kid. I was a nerd. I was skinny. And I just wanted to kind of go through my experience with body game, because when you change your physique, people are gonna respect you more because it's obviously a sign of discipline, but it'll really change your life. Like, for example, like for me personally, I'm not one of those people that was fit in high school, so then I got the attention all the time. You know what I mean? So I got no attention. So I was able to see it from both sides, right? From the nerd side, skinny, lame nerd, to the, you know, super fit dude, fittest dude in the gym at times that a lot of chicks look at and stuff like that. So I wanted to give my experiences in different aspects. So I actually wrote down a list, so let's go right through it. The first thing I wanted to talk about is obviously you're gonna get more attention from women. That's not where you really do it, but you are gonna get more attention from women, obviously, because you're fit, you're in shape, you get priority, right? For example, when I wasn't fit, I used to like Snapchat chicks, and they used to just literally leave me on red or block me. And I would just be like, hey, how you doing? That's it, right? Because they would look at my story, I would just be skinny, had nothing going for me, right? And then I was like, you know what? I'm not messing with any chicks. So from the beginning of that year to like 8 months later, I put on probably like 40 pounds, probably like 20 of that was muscle, but I put on a lot of size because I only weighed like 150. Right, so I was like 190, I was looking real solid back then, and I started posting on my story because I was so passionate about working out and eating right. And I was just posting every day on my story, and then those same chicks, I don't think they remember rejecting me, but those same chicks were literally sending hard eyes and like DMing me like, hey, I want to meet up. And I linked up with some of them, stuff like that, but it was just crazy to see that difference of absolutely being disgusted with me DMing them to now they're so interested that they're DMing me. So that's one experience. All right, I also wanted to say, as far as like the gym, right? So in the gym, I always get choosing signals in the gym, but that's not the only thing, right? I've literally got like straight up approach in the gym, like, hey, are you a personal trainer? What's your Instagram? Like just straight up approach, right? And when I used to go to the gym, there was some chick, man, she had a nice ass, bro. I'm not gonna lie, she had a nice ass, and she would follow me around the gym every workout. I'll be like, okay, I'm doing legs today, and she'll be doing like shoulders, and then all of a sudden she's doing legs, and she's right next to every machine I'm doing until I leave. But I don't approach chicks in the gym, I just ignore them. Right, but on a lot of occasions, like every time I go to the gym, I do get choosing signals, but on a lot of occasions, chicks would literally just like pull up to me and be like, hey, like, what are you doing? Are you using this machine? Stuff like that, just to start a conversation. Or they'd be like, hey, do I know you from somewhere? Or hey, you're famous. Or hey, I follow you on Instagram, things like that. So I've gotten a lot of different experiences, and I went to a lot of different gyms. I got a lot of different experiences like that, which is pretty cool. And then of course, from dudes, they're gonna come up to you and be like, hey man, how did you get your chest like that? How'd you get your traps like that? So it's cool to be an inspiration to people who are in the position that you were in first and to give them hope. That's pretty awesome, in my opinion, right? Another experience is obviously just my experience being like a personal trainer, right? So when I was doing in-person training, my first job, I'll show a picture right here. I was super skinny. Nobody ever came up to me. I used to try to train people. They'd be like, yo, you're a trainer? Because I was skinny. It was like, you don't have any credibility when you're skinny, right? So they would all go to like the swole fitness manager. They'd be like, I want him instead. Who's that? I want him instead. And they kept doing that. So I was like, damn, I really need to get it together. So then once I put on the muscle, you know, I quit that gym job, put on a bunch of muscle, focused in, put on like a lot of solid size, like I said, 40 pounds, right? And then I started working at a different gym, and I was telling the fitness manager, I was like, man, I don't know how to sell. He was like, bro, I got you, man, I got you. And then literally, I started going out on the floor. People really were receiving me well. I got a lot of attention. I got a lot of attention from different chicks. I actually dated a few girls at that gym back in the day. And then like I became literally the top salesman for like a couple of months. I was only there for a couple of months. I became the top salesman, and then I went into nursing. But yeah, I was a top salesman, which was crazy to me because I literally went from no sales to the top salesman just because my physique was, you know, people started noticing, and they're like, okay, if he's talking about training, he actually fucking looks like a trainer. You ever been to the gym and seen like someone coaching you or coaching someone or a trainer who's like super out of shape? It's like uninspiring for most, right? And it's a big deal how you look. How you look is very important, because I would go to different nursing homes when I was working agency, and the reactions I got from different chicks was crazy. Like the charge nurse would be like, oh my God, you're a handsome piece of chocolate. And they'll do all my work for me if I needed like, you know, help, because I was an agency nurse. I've never been to that gym. I mean to that nursing home or whatever. So I got a lot of different like experiences just from, you know, keeping my body in check, obviously keeping my beard, you know, nice and kempt, and then always having a haircut. And like, I just feel like a lot of dudes are always focused on the wrong things. They're always like, oh my God, I want chicks, I want chicks, I want chicks. And they just have no self-awareness about how they look. And they'll even comment on different people's stuff. They'll be going under Alex Eubanks' comments like, oh, he's on steroids. They'll be going under someone else's stuff like, oh my God, like the only reason he looks like that is because genetics, but they don't put the work in themselves. And if they put the work in, of course, they're gonna get opportunities, business opportunities, respect from older guys who have money, and then they'll get, chicks, they'll get their pick of the litter. Because for me, before I worked out, before I had a physique, I am telling you, no chick ever paid me mind, right? No chick ever paid me mind. Even though I was 6'1", I was skinny as shit. No chick ever paid me mind, right? And then I got fit, and then, different pages are asking me to post, if they could repost my photos. Like, as far as DMs on Instagram, literally at least 20,000 DMs from different chicks over the years. And that's because I got posted on the Shade Room twice. And then on a bunch of different pages, went viral on TikTok like a bajillion times. Like, you get a lot more attention because it's not normal to be fit, guys. It's just not. Like, I know you see people on Instagram and TikTok and social media, but that's the minority. That's why they're so famous. That's why, they have so many followers, because they're the minority. There's not a lot of guys that are in shape, right? I remember when I went to Houston, I linked up with my boys. We worked out at Alpha Land. Some bad chicks were just staring at us the whole time and like following us around. And then we went out to eat. I was like, yeah, let's just go to Outback because I love Outback, right? I was like, Outback, you can get some steak, you can get some shrimp, get some potato. I'll be chilling. So we went to Outback, and I promise you, like, bro, I'm in the middle of a video, bro. I'm a YouTuber, bro. All right. Anyways, right to what I was saying. So yeah, so we went to Outback because I love Outback, right? And then what was I saying? Yeah, we went to Outback, and then like the waitress like skipped this family, and they came to us, and they're like, oh, let me sit you down. Literally, I'm not even playing, but I mean, my homeboy was wearing a wife beater. I was wearing a shirt, but I just came from the gym. The other dude was wearing a wife beater too. So like, when we sat down, bro, we got served first. Everybody stared at us our whole meal. Like, every bite we were getting stared at. It was crazy. And then yeah, every time I go to airport, choosing signals, grocery store, choosing signals. And I already told you guys a story about when I went to Target and some chick left her number on my car because she saw me get out my car. And I was pretty fit. She saw me get out my car. She was bad. I didn't even, she looked at me, but I just looked away. And then by the time I came out, I saw a note on my car, and it said, it had her number and everything, her Instagram and shit. So yeah, bro, it's like a lot of people who are like, it's crazy to me because a lot of people cannot commit and take care of themselves, but they want a chick to be attracted to them. And if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of a chick, right? If you don't pay attention to yourself, you're not going to take care of that chick. So she's not interested in you. Like, a lot of people don't do the work, the groundwork, the basic work. Like, I'm talking basic. I'm talking working out, eating right, and literally getting haircuts. Like, people don't do that, and they just expect for some reason for chicks to like them. Like, here's the thing. Obviously, dating is harder now because of social media. But if you're out of shape and you don't get haircuts and you're complaining about dating, that's definitely a you problem. That is not a chick problem. Like, if men aren't inspired by you, chicks aren't going to be attracted to you. That's just how it works. It's always been like that since the beginning of time. Like, do you think like Abraham Lincoln wasn't respected? Like, he didn't have energy, he didn't have ambition. Like, when you have a good physique, that shows that you have ambition, you're consistent, you're disciplined. If you're just out of shape and you still got like Cheeto crust on your fingers from eating Cheetos while you play video games, your hair's unkempt, you smell like ass, you never go to the gym, you have a big stomach, that's not inspiring, that's not attractive. It's just not, from an objective perspective, all right? So like, I don't really mind if people, go their own way and like do their own thing, because I mean, I'm definitely into that, going monk mode and like focusing on stuff. But there's a difference between incel and, just focusing on your business while chicks come along. Because here, best believe, like, when you're in monk mode, you're still gonna get chicks, right? Because your body's gonna be together, they're gonna come to you. It's just you're not initiating everything and solely focusing on that is the point of monk mode. It's not that like, oh, I'm an incel, I get no attention, so let me just say that I'm going my own way. You're not going your own way. That's the only way you can fucking go. So yeah, but like, your physique is everything, guys. If you're in sales, trust me, like, even when I go to a car dealership, I'm gonna go to the fittest guy, because then I could be like, hey, yo, you work out? Like, and then all the chicks go to them too. Like, when I go to a car dealership, the guy who has the most sales is always the fittest dude or the cleanest cut dude, almost 90% of the time, right? So yeah, looks do matter. I don't know why people don't know looks matter. Like, a lot of people are like, I'm out of shape and I don't know if my chick likes that. Like, I've been struggling with dating. Obviously, like, you're out of shape. Like, the bare minimum for a guy is to be in shape. Like, how can you not be in shape? It just means you don't have any discipline, any self-control, right? It means your food has full control of you, right? So if food has full control of you, then a chick might have full control of you. Like, here's the thing, like, when you are impressed by a girl's like beauty, like, so much, then she's like, oh, wow, I can control him just by how I look. Like, he has no power. You feel me? That's kind of how it is when chicks see you're out of shape. They're like, oh, he doesn't even have control over himself to restrain from eating food. I am telling you, a lot of dudes are just not in shape. Like, it just is what it is. Like, most of my high school class, if I look at them on like Facebook or, you know, Instagram or something, they're all out of shape. I mean, that's just how it works. But yeah, you walk around, go to Target, how many fit dudes do you see? I know you guys see me on social media. I know you guys could, you know, be like, message other people and be like, oh, you're not really swole. I seen a swoller dude. Like, where do you really see lean people in real life? Like, let's be honest, guys. A lot of us don't. Like, BodyGame will change your life, guys. Like, every time I went to a nursing home, obviously I'm wearing scrubs, and obviously you're gonna see my V taper. So it was like, I got attention from all the nurses, and they're all like, always giving me the number for no reason. They're like, oh, if you need help with this, I'm like, I don't, I'm experienced. But they're like, well, here's my number anyways. Like, it's different when you put the work in, but a lot of you guys wanna be on the other side without putting the work in to get to the other side, right? You want the outcome without becoming the person that deserves the outcome.